The Taliban wants to send a high-ranking official to a gathering of world leaders this week at the United Nations General Assembly in New York, according to a UN official, an indication that the militant group seeks legitimacy on the world's biggest diplomatic stage. The Taliban sent the request to the United Nations Secretary Antonio Guterres on Monday in a message that named Mohammed Suhail Shaheen as the group's permanent representative, UN spokesperson Farhan Haq said. A senior State Department official said the Taliban's request would be taken up by a credentials committee that includes the United States, but did not preview the outcome. They said, quote, "It will take some time to deliberate, so we'll obviously follow this issue closely and deliberate along with other members of the Credentials Committee," said the official, who spoke to reporters on the condition of anonymity under the ground rules set by the State Department. It remains unclear how leading nations will approach the issue. The world leaders, including Guterres, have said they would seek to leverage the Taliban's desire for international legitimacy to push for the formation of an inclusive government, including women, which has yet to happen. The Taliban request for the United Nations was first reported by Reuters. The request comes as the group expands its economic team and seeks to stabilize financial system in a free fall after the abrupt freeze of billions of dollars in foreign aid. On Tuesday, the group named a commerce minister and 2 deputies as it faces a chronic cash shortage that has brought daily economic activity to a near halt. In response to demands that the group form an inclusive government, the Taliban appointed 2 ethnic minorities to deputy minister-level positions, including Uzbeks, Tajiks, and 1 Hazara. The absence of any women in the government appeared likely to stymie the Taliban's ability to secure international funding, but the group said such criticism should not get in the way of formal recognition, saying, quote, "It is the responsibility of the United Nations to recognize our government. For other countries, including European, Asian, and Islamic countries, to have diplomatic relations with us," said Taliban spokesperson. The Taliban's letter to the United Nations came with letterhead of Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan, the Taliban's preferred name for its government. The note said that Amir Khan Muttaqi, the Taliban's Minister of Foreign Affairs, would like to participate in the, quote, 76th session of the UN General Assembly on September 21st through 27th, 2021, close quote. It also noted that Ashraf Ghani, the former president of Afghanistan, had been ousted and that countries around the world, quote, no longer recognize him as president, close quote. Meanwhile, the Biden administration recently asked the United Nations to waive a travel ban for the Taliban, but a senior U.S. official said that request was made to ensure that the Taliban leaders could continue to travel to Qatar, where they have engaged with representatives of foreign governments, and was not a request to allow the group to travel to New York. Yeah, right. For Headlines with a Voice, this is Felicia Lockhart.